What's up, guys? Coming at you with something a little bit different than we would normally do today. Today, we're in the shop, same local shop that helps us with a lot of our videos. Today, we're going to be showing them a little bit of much needed love. So, you might be wondering, especially if you're like Georgia, local guy like me, Atlanta, surrounding area, perimeter, these guys are down off of Terra Boulevard. They're not that far. I'm all the way over on the left side of the perimeter, outside of the perimeter, and I can get here in 30 minutes. So just about from anywhere you are, depending on the city, you can get here in about 30 minutes. You might be wondering, Brass, I can't find any inventory anywhere. I can't find ammo, I can't find guns, I can't find anything. Anytime I look online, I can't find anything. Well, they have a lot here, and the prices are pretty good too. Let's start off with something very cool. Start the video off with a little bit of something special. The Chris Vector, this thing right here, at this price, guys, I don't know if I can actually show prices on YouTube, but that might be a little bit of a yeah. But at this price, if you come in the shop and you see this, you're going to want to steal it, because I do. I want to buy it, I want to take it down, I want to chop it into an SBR. It might end up happening. It might be gone before any of you can get here to it. So, say you're looking for something, say you're a COD fan, big Call of Duty player. There's a bunch of those guys out there. This, to me, looks just like one of the little setups. Very similar, almost like the LC-10, but in an AR platform. You could just cheap this little guy. It's a 9mm. I guarantee these stick mags probably run like crazy. This is a cool find. Let's see here. We have shotgun. This thing is awesome. 12 gauge AK shotgun. You don't see these very often anymore, especially in this pattern. The way that this one looks like with all the wood. I see these every now and then, but it's more like a Sega style, and it's all plastic. You really don't see in wood like this. For one with this weight, this is pretty nice. It's a good find. And then, again, got another good one. Solid find for all those COD players. This is pretty much as iconic as a video game gun gets. The P90. Everybody loves these. We should be having a full auto video coming up pretty soon with one of these, actually, by the way. Stay tuned for that, guys. Yeah, something like this, definitely a rare find. Definitely something cool. I wouldn't venture to say that a whole lot of gun shops in the area have a lot of the things that they have. This is a good one too. You guys, there's a lot of, one of our best videos, in my opinion, was the KS7 video that we did. The data purge. The data purging video. Yes. And this is that shotgun. They've got one down here too. And these things they're a lot of fun. They really got some kick to them, but man, they're a lot of fun. As you guys can see, there's tons of inventory. ARs for days, handguns for days.
Well, you got this in the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, everything underneath there though. So, yeah, say you're looking for something on the carry line. Like something for everyday carry, something small. P365. This is definitely something that's perfect, especially if you're looking for something to carry concealed, date gun, something that you wouldn't, when you can't carry a full size, something like this is a very good option. You guys might be wondering, what have I acquired from this shop? Well, let's start. So this is the 43X. This is my every single day carry. We're doing a video with ATF Hydro pretty soon on the everyday wear of real use of a Cerakoted firearm. So that's going to be pretty fun, because the yellow is almost gone on that. So that's actually going to be, we're going to be completely starting fresh with this gun as well. That'll be
really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've told you about that.
No, you haven't.
My 19X. This is probably one of my second or third favorite handguns, because my Gucci Glock is right up there with it as well. But this one for a long time was my daily carry, and still to this day, I love this gun. It's on my bedside every single night. This was purchased here as well. Here we go. Lots of people have Glocks. Lots of people want to do something cooler with their gun, but they're on a budget. You can come down here and you can find one of these recover kits for $100. I think it might be like between like 100, 140. Don't quote me on that. But these kits are dope. Very inexpensive way to seriously get some awesome use out of your Glock. And don't worry, guys, I'm not flagging Jordan or anything. Everything has been double, triple, quadruple checked. But something like this, you could get a setup like this going for If you do it right and you shop around, I like $650, I'd say, even with the optic. So that's really not bad. It's a good option. The AK here is my most recent purchase, and this one right here I absolutely love. This thing is dope. It's even got these awesome mags that have last round bolt hold open. You don't really see too many of these Zastavas, the actual made in Serbia AKs anymore. And you might be wondering about this one. This is the one that I built recently, 7.62x39 AR. Don't have an optic on it yet, it's on the way. But I'm gonna show you guys how you can come down here if you want, and you can even build your own AR just like this. Build it in shop and walk right out, because the only people that I trust to work on my guns beside myself work right here in this shop upstairs in their full service gunsmith shop. So let's move on to something else. So now we're going to talk about ammo for a second. Like I said, ammo's been getting pretty hard to find. You can get it online, but you pretty much got to have the big bucks to get it online, because you got to order in bulk. Some people are just coming in the store, purchasing a firearm. They want to go home with some ammo as well. You can clearly do that here. There's plenty of a good selection. Just about everything that they have over there, they have ammo for. Obviously, there's some specialty things that are, you know, harder to keep in stock, but that's going to be anywhere and everywhere. Not everybody's going to have some 50 AE right now. But you might be wondering, you know, hey Bryce, you didn't talk about much on the gunsmith thing. Don't worry. We're going to circle right around on back to how these guys, not only are they the best gunsmiths around, they make their own products. You're definitely going to see this later on our channel. This is going to be something that we set up and do to that AK over there that I recently purchased after we do a video on it as is. Because then I want to do a video going from as is to full on, like, COD, worked out, awesome, badass AK. But I'm never going to change the wood off the front of it. I'm going to put a rail on the top where I can put some, where I can put the Picatinny on top. Yeah, we're going to be having fun with that. But yeah, tons of ammo, everything you need. They did also recently drop their prices, so there's another reason to come in. All right, so here we are, circling back to the gunsmithing area. I promise that was the chair, not me, guys. I promise. But anyways, so you might be thinking to yourself, hey, I really want to build one of those pistols before Senor Biden comes and tries to take our guns. They've got a healthy supply of these SB Tactical pistol braces down here, which these are starting to get a little bit more hard to find, so that's definitely a good find. You could pretty much walk into this shop, like I said earlier, and you could build a gun. You could just walk in here, especially if you already have a lower receiver. I mean, here you are, you've got lower parts kit right here, the weirdest trigger I've ever seen. Pretty much, though, yeah, the Sylvan Arms, the folding braces, those things are off for the CZ Scorpion. Those are probably a little hard to find. I have one of these, the Carbon Buster. Yeah, the Carbon Boss. That thing's awesome. I did a video on that with the 22, the little AR-22 build, and that thing works really well. Yeah, 30 bucks is very well spent on that. Drum mags, optics, bolt carriers, lots of drop-in triggers. Every single drop-in trigger that I have has been purchased from this shop. The Elf, that's like the one that's going on the Cyberpunk build. This is the one that I have in, one very similar to that, same style as the one that I have in the Colt. All good triggers. The Franklins, Fostex, anybody that's looking for a binary trigger, anybody looking for a little double tap, little double pew pew, they got your double pew pew right there. As you can see, there is tons of stuff. You can come in, if you, like I said, especially if you have a lower, it doesn't even have to be completed. You could have your lower receiver come in, get the parts, because they have everything, all the stocks, everything. Let's see here, I know I saw some buffers, yeah. Got your stock kits and your buffer tubes right there. Plenty of braces and kits on the walls. Ready to go, uppers right here. You could just walk in, walk out. Simple as that, done. Why not? All right, so you might come in and you might be thinking to yourself, if I pick up a gun, I might want some extra accessories. I might want some extra mags. Here are all the mags. Probably the best of all, I would have to say, are these Lancer mags. These are pretty, they're getting a little bit harder to find online, I'm actually definitely going to be taking 1 or 2 of these home with me today for sure. These are awesome mags. These are the ones that you guys have seen on my AK most recently over on my Instagram. These US Palm mags, those things are pretty damn badass. As you can see, these are pretty cool too. Labeled 300 black, you could have them load out and never get them mixed up with, you know, accidentally putting them into your other gun and blowing up your barrel. That's actually pretty cool. Lots of 22 mags. The drum mags too. Yeah. The Glock 50.
The 9mm.
Pro mag too. Pro mag. None of that cheap bullshit. None of that knockoff Chinese crap. This is the good stuff. Made in the USA. I need one of these too. They're gonna make me spend a lot of money while I'm in here today actually looking around. Go!
Go.
Pow!
Go.
Okay. All right. Say you're one of those guys who has a little bit more time on your hands and you like to roll your own from time to time. This is also a good place to come in. You could probably, if you have the available stuff at home to actually reload, to use these components, you could probably come in here, make 1,000 rounds for, I'm gonna guess, between like 30 and 35 cents a round, which is a lot better than what you can get it for anywhere else, even in bulk. So it's kind of up to you, but if you have the components to work with, why not? So while we're on the topic of rolling your own and doing your own stuff at home, the Polymer 80 kit is definitely a good place to start, especially with the AFT making up their own fake rules. So this is what it is. For those of you who may not be familiar with it, you definitely need drill, preferably a vise, so you can put this thing in. But as you can see, it's got its own kit. Everything's set up for you to be able to do at home, turn this into the lower portion of what is pretty much a Glock. And you can just order a slide and a barrel and all the other pieces offline at home, and then you can build your own or roll your own, as we like to say around these parts. Get in the box! Say you're like me and you've recently completed a new build, or say you've even only got one build. You're new to this game. You can come down here and you can get your hands on a good optic at a very good price. Everyone needs an optic. If you have a spot for an optic on your gun, you need one. It just makes you more accurate. Just makes you more deadly. You need it. They're here. They're so sexy.
They really are.
They're so damn sexy. Oh, God. Say you're a man of discerning tastes. Clearly, these are for men of discerning tastes. I wish that I could just, like, pack up all of them and just, like, scurry out the door just like this. Like, bye, guys. But, you know, I can't. But maybe you guys can.
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah. If you guys keep watching enough, maybe I can, and then I can show you what all of them do. So, say you're somebody that's looking for something special. Like I said, this is that Ruger 5.7. These things are not the easiest to come by right now. This orange CZ, this is definitely something I would love to add to my collection one day. This thing's borderline the feel of a race gun. But the only thing that I ever have issues with CZs personally is the weight on them. I wouldn't want to carry one, but I would love to have one set up as a race gun. And lo and behold, look what they've got. This is probably one of the cooler handguns I've ever seen. It's a customed up CZ. CZ75. Checkmate, I like that. I wonder if that's exactly what this one is. Trigger on that thing. Oh, God. This is definitely something for the discerning customer, right? Q5 match. This is something I would love to get my hands on. I've seen nothing but good reviews about these guns and heard nothing but amazing things. Maybe I can like sneak it out of the shop for a video or something in the future. Who knows? Maybe it'll just decide to come home with me. And last but not least, yes, the Colt Python 357. Colt. Yeah, I know, man. Some people are gonna be like Fudbusters and be like, why are you showing off a Fud gun? Because this is a piece of American history. That's why. This thing is awesome. I mean, oh, the action on that. That's probably one of the nicest revolvers I've ever held in my entire life. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thing's pretty dang nice. So, yeah. Anything else? If there's any questions that you guys have about what they might have in the shop or what they can do for you guys, especially all of you local folks, I'd be happy to hear from you down in the comments. Damn you, Jordan, and your freaking phone!
Dude, it happens.
As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, Jordan, by your insignificant phone calls, if there's any other questions you guys have about anything that's in the shop, please feel free to put them down in the comments. I will be checking periodically. I've been being terrible about that, I know, but I promise I'm going to be getting better. I promise. We've been slacking on the YouTube end, but I'm starting to realize the value of it. So I'm going to be on it. I promise.
One love.
Yeah. Say you're like me and you've got a recently built gun, like the one that's sitting right there. Dun, dun, dun. And you're just walking around without an optic. Obviously, I have a whole lot of other guns. I don't need an optic on that gun right now. But if you've only got one gun, you need an optic. You need an optic. Optic City in this bitch. I gotta redo that.
Optic City in this bitch.